Friends, update from Team Charity Case. Been working on some projects and preparing for DEF CON and working on our solar shed project. So some of my previous videos, I showed a couple of solar panels hooked up to some equipment. That was the testing for what I ended up deciding to build, which is what I'm calling my solar shed. So this is where we're going to store all of our toys. It's going to run our Christmas light show. It's also backup for the house in case power were to go out and I need power. I can run an extension cord over to here. So what it is a very basic building built on 16. I've got used solar panels on the roof, 10 320 watt solars that I bought for like 25 bucks a piece. I've got some MC4 cables coming down. That's an MC4 connector for the building. We've got on this side, it has a GCFI plug, and on that side is a GCFI plug. And that's so I can run extension cords to things outside that I need to power that I don't want to have on the grid. And this is secondary to my primary solar. So in the new solar shack, we've got, obviously I added a Ring security camera. My biggest disappointment is that I couldn't do it on center because of the way the boards came out, but this is the inside of the shed. It's been wired up with outlets, so there's a left side and a right side, and there's also GCFI and GCFI, which are dedicated circuits. So that way I can shut off. I have GCFI on its own circuits and everything else, wired up to a basic load center, coming into a POW MR 5K unit. So this unit's capable of 5 kilowatt of solar PV. And it can actually burst a little higher. Got a couple cleanup items I'd like to do in the near future, but this is the hybrid inverter wired up. This is currently using Romex 10 gauge wire. That way it's capable of handling 35 amps across it. This coming in, that is 10 gauge wire for the solar. That's currently running at a peak of like almost 400 volts, but most of the time it's a little lower than that. Obviously you'll see we've got fuses and cutoff switches. I try to do everything in a way that would be safe. But in general, the idea was to build this little shed to put all my daughter's toys and stuff into, our electric go-karts and everything else, and charge everything off the sun. So yeah, here's my setup. I'll be doing some more videos more in depth, but so far, you know, we've got tool batteries charging in here and everything else, and it's working out pretty well. It's been off the grid now for a little while, and as you can see, the AC light is flashing just to show that it is not using the grid. Actually, it does have, I've ran an extension cord into it, so if the power were to run out, that it can actually pull some power from the grid if it wants to, but it does not feed the grid, which is super important. And just to show, you know, the safety factor, I'm going to kill solar. So I just killed my solar. And we can see the system is now running off of the battery. Ignore the SLA. I know that means sealed lead acid, but it's actually programmed for the LifePo batteries. So that's that. I can flip my system back on. I do want to put some covers over this so there's nothing anyone could accidentally get zapped on. And as you can see, we're now back on the solar. We can do it the other way. So just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and fail the battery. And the system just went into fault because it knows it lost its battery and it knows it's running in bypass. Cool. So this is the setup. Been really happy with how it worked out. It's been a fun educational process, and I hope others can learn from what I've done and build your own solar setups, because solar electricity does not have to cost a lot of money. Just to finish out this box is about 600 bucks, 100 bucks, $1,000 and $25 a panel. I mean, there's other miscellaneous wires, but you can do it. It can be done cheap, and I encourage others to learn about this and stop giving the electric companies more money than they need. Again, I want to point out that this is off-grid. This is not on-grid. It's very important. That system over there on my house is on-grid, but this one is not. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day.